It costs that much 'cause it takes me fucking hours. It costs that much 'cause I don't have superpowers. So you need to pay for my skills 'cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much 'cause it takes me fucking hours. You need to pay for my skills 'cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much 'cause it takes me fucking hours.
We have a great show for you this evening, apparently.
Oh no.
Doc! Oh no! Jesus!
I am. I'm great. There we go. Could I do that again? Cut. Action.
Hold it down.
Oh my god. I'm trying
hold
so
it.
hard.
Hold.
Wait, I got mine. Wait. Sir, this is a Wendy's. You really are stoned, aren't you? I'm like still trying to figure out if you are or not. I've been seriously trying to figure out for so long.
Hey. Uh-oh. Did we do this right? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're on. Good evening. Welcome to the Secret Show. It's been a few, maybe almost a couple weeks. This is me. This is that thing I do. Hope everyone is having a good Friday night, into the Saturday morning here. It took a brief little mental health vacay, as I said in the chat there, and I don't know, it was a lot of stuff going on my end, and then all this bullshit that's going on that we're all covering and paying attention to. So, you know, sometimes you just gotta stop and play some video games and get the fuck out of Dodge, out of your head for a while. So, but tonight it's I got a special treat for you all. I actually have a guest on here tonight, and not just any guest. It's my Kerberos Media News partner in crime, Jimi Sunderland. Hello, doll. She's from an undisclosed location somewhere in the Rocky Mountains. Camping. Yeah, exactly. Let me turn that off. Yeah, I wish I was camping. I would totally love to be camping right now. Reef said it. As he said, it's been a rough week for a lot of us. Sure has, buddy. Sure has. How are you doing, doll?
I'm good. I hope you were going to segue into gaming, because we've been gaming all week. It's been really nice. Nice to just relax. I love that today is Friday. We got the robe on. We're just relaxing. It's really nice to just take a break from a lot of it and just have some fun.
Right? And you got the purple lights behind you there. That's a nice thing. I like that.
Yeah. I know. Like I said, I was been waiting weeks to make them work. And finally, when I go outside, it works. Of course.
You were so worried about that, your little area there, looking like Osama bin Laden's cave. I thought that was so funny. You were like, yeah,
said it. You said it.
All right. Well, you said it. You said, like, I said, what are you doing? You making terrorist videos? No, you're just chilling out in the cave. It's all good. Sorry, I had a peanut butter sandwich. Delicious.
That's right.
Got to eat that bread before it goes. We only got 10 more weeks a week.
That's right.
And then we'll be eating Soylent Green, man. 2022. You know that movie Soylent Green?
I do not.
Okay, so it's basically, it has Charlton Heston this is from the 70s, right? So and it's a dystopian future, and everybody's eating this food product called Soylent Green, and then it turns out they find out that Soylent Green is actually made out of people. Like, people start going missing, And yeah, sorry, Miguel. Everybody knows this. If you hadn't seen it by now, spoiler alert. Come on. Well, it's still a good movie to watch. Come on. Everybody knows Soylent Green is made of people. Because it has Charlton Heston in it going, Soylent people, Soylent Green is made out of people. And he has like this ascot on and this hat. But the movie takes place in the year 2022. So.
Does it really? That's
Yep.
scary.
Yeah. Blade Runner took place in 2019. And we're 3 years past Blade Runner at this point.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Same with Back to the Future too. I was so hoping for like floating skateboards. Oh god, it would have been so nice.
Yeah. That's the thing though. It's like if we had floating skateboards now, we wouldn't be able to afford the gas.
True.
To do that. As usual, we have to check in with our foul friends here. Oh, you've seen it, Miguel. You just busted my balls. Thanks, Miguel. Appreciate that. You're a. He's like, I already seen it. But if you haven't seen Soylent Green, definitely check it out. It's campy, but it's scary at the same time, if that's a thing. And I think it is. So, anywho, we got chickens. Let me pop up the chickens here because we've got to check in. This is a chicken check-in. So how we doing, y'all? We got seems like the chicken. See, they have you can't see it because our pictures are covering it, but there's a chicken lullaby meter up in the right hand corner, top right hand corner there, and then right now they're at like 40. Little over 40. I don't know what the meter means. Is that $40? Is that like 40 chicken feeds? I don't get it. I don't know. That's some weird shit. Ooh, we just missed the other thing here. They went to a shot of inside. I think I'm not quite sure where the chickens come from. I don't know where this chicken. It's Chicken City. I always pimp their site. In fact, I should probably put that in the chat because I like to shout out people's stuff that I'm stealing, and
That's right.
If you're gonna if you're gonna steal something, at least give them credit for it. So that's Chicken City. And apparently people watch this stream. Like there's 74 people watching the stream right now, and I'm one of them. So, yeah, wild shit. You got chickens by you, don't you?
I know. I had to actually go and ask. I asked my neighbor the other day. I didn't even tell you. I asked her if she had cameras in her chicken coop because I went to go watch the show myself, and I was like, wow, that looks really, really close to the chicken coop that we have next door. So I asked, it's not my next door neighbor at all, but I really thought it was for a minute there. So yes, I have like 12 chickens next door. So yeah, it's fun.
They could be related. But I don't know where Chicken City is. It may be like Wakanda, where it's like it's shrouded in this invisible shield that keeps them hidden and safe and away from the world. And I believe they're I believe they're I don't know. I had a train of thought, and then Steve Wolfbrand, what's up, buddy? He said you'd more viewers if the shows weren't secret. I know, right? But this is like a little private screening for you guys. Let me shout out the chat while we're here. We got Steve, he's here. Velvet Trance, what's up, lady? Miguel, good to see you. Reefer, Reef's in the mix here. We got Dolores. Thank you all for coming out and watching this tonight. 10 people watching. It's nice. I may make this a regular thing, and it may not be so secret after all. Steve, and start doing this like on Friday nights. Normally I was waiting. I thought Reef was gonna do a show tonight, but I didn't see that he had one. But that's okay. Hopefully he'll be back next week. with his show. It's usually like 10 p.m. Eastern is when he has his show. I'm so used to just rambling and just going on non sequiturs. I hope that's not the case tonight, Jimmy. Because you know.
Yeah, right. No, you're totally good. Don't even worry.
Is that NASA calling you, or do they want their codes back? What is it?
No, it's Shane. He totally shared out that I'm on the secret show right now, and then he calls. He's so wild.
That's
Leave
Shane,
me alone,
you said?
It's Shane.
Should put Shane on. Let's hear him. Let's hear him. What's up, Kelly?
You want to call him?
No, if he calls again, does he know that you're on the thing here?
I thought so. He shared it. We're gonna call him.
Okay.
Hello?
Kelly,
Hey,
this is who this is.
welcome to Extra Bulla's secret show live on YouTube right now. What's up?
What?
You are live on television, mister.
You are. You're live.
Yeah, welcome to the crossover episode.
Hi, Shane.
Shane, did you go to the strip club on your birthday? It was Shane's birthday. That's Shane Coughlin, the guy in charge over at Kerberos Media. His birthday was Wednesday, right? Yeah. Did you go to the strip club like you were told to?
No.
They not have good
stream.
Well, they have streams at
I'm
strip
just gonna have
shows.
to make a special trip out there and take you to the strip club. That way, I make sure you go to a good one.
Okay.
All right.
Right, you don't want to go to a bad strip
later,
club, Shane. Okay, I love you.
Okay. No, right? I'm not live, right?
Yes, no,
Oh,
you're
yeah, you're live.
right
You're straight up live.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Love you, bye. I'm in so much trouble. I love it. Thank you, Warren.
Who else can we prank call? Hey, we got Andrew Rochford in the chat here. What's up, brother? From the Rochford Files. He had a show earlier tonight. If you haven't seen his channel, please check him out. He's good. He's a good egg. We need more good peeps in the mix. So be sure to check him out on YouTube. Yeah, who else can we prank call? I'm jonesing. We got Shane. Who else? Let me see.
Who else do you want to do?
I don't know. I got nobody. Nobody wants to talk to me. They probably wouldn't even pick up the phone.
I know. I'm thinking, who can I mean, everybody I know is on East Coast, and they're all probably asleep right now.
Yeah, I think the only night owls I know over on this side is Reef and Indy Left. I think Indy Left's on some sort of magical vacation. I'm not quite sure where he went. He's somewhere in the ether having a good time. But yeah.
I want to have fun in the ether. That's not fair.
Well, it's not actual ether, like, you breathe it in and, you get all numb and shit. I mean, it could be. Lana.
Oh, never mind then. Never mind. I don't want it. I don't want it if it's not that. I'm done. I'm over it. Just kidding.
What's up? Signs doing the Amanda hug and kiss. See more butts. My favorite is "Hey, would you blow me?" That's it's better when you see it. It's Haywood, and then JABLOME. So "Hey, would you blow me?" That's that's my go-to. Got Lana on watching us on Facebook. It's amazing.
Yay,
There's
Lana!
actually people actually watching on Facebook. You're drawing a crowd. There's like 13 people here. That's nice.
Aww, so sweet.
No,
it's not me.
It is. Look, everybody came to see you. Nobody gives a damn about the crazy Midnight Chicken Man. Okay, the crazy Midnight Chicken Man.
Crazy Midnight Chicken Man. There is nobody better than you. Okay,
I am not. But keep saying it. I'm precious.
That's right. I agree with Velvet. We all need a magical vacation. Let's all do it. Let's all plan a magical vacation.
No, right? Like what do you mean, like Hogwarts or like actual magic? Because I don't know if
Let's
Hogwarts
do
is
it.
a thing.
I mean, yeah, and if we all, I mean, that's expensive to go to England though. So
Kelly said, "How about Rick Zwiener? Uh, you're cheeky." Kelly's one of my future ex-wives, by the way, even though she's married.
that's hot.
We're gonna figure that out. Are you a leg or a breast man? Uh-oh. Such scandalous talk in the middle of the night. We already getting spicy, Lana?
I'm a
you're talking
breast
about
man. I'm a
you're talking
breast
about
man.
you're a breast man?
Was that too soon? Was that too soon? Sorry.
Wait a minute. Is there something you want to announce?
I'm a
Is
breast
there
man. Well, I was asked the question, right?
Yes, I'm assuming that was to me, but you know, I guess that
Oh,
was kind of an open. I shouldn't assume.
okay.
I personally I like breasts. I used to be a leg man, but I don't like chicken dark meat anymore. It's sad. It was nice while it lasted. I would every time mom would make chicken, she would always save the chicken legs for me. But now I'm just like, I gotta have the breast is so juicy, especially after eating Popeye's chicken sandwich with that breast meat. Oh my goodness. What's up, Variant? Good to see you,
I didn't
doll.
know we were talking about chicken.
Oh yeah, that too. Wah, wah. Oh, somebody's stoned. That means stoner cat. What? That's crazy.
Oh God. Oh no. I hate that you have all these specifically, and they just fit me so well.
I love whenever Reef had the stoner cat on his show a couple of weeks ago. That is just burned into my brain. That stoner cat was eating cat was eating the weed plant and then was like just assed out.
Living the
Oh,
life. Living the
that
life.
yeah, that cat was definitely living its best life. Because that cat was fucked up. I mean, it was just like a little bit of cat drool was coming out and just
Absolutely. The best.
Let's see the stoner cat again. Oh yeah, that's my baby. That's my baby. Oh, little kitties, stoner kitties.
Oh,
You're a recent cat grandma, right? Is a cat ma? How does that work?
Yeah. I'm a fur grandma.
Did your child have kittens? Because that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
your child being Izzy, right?
Yes.
Izzy the cat.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I'm like a great grandma because it's not even Izzy's not my cat. It's my daughter's cat. I just feed it, so I'm like a great grandma, I guess.
Wow, you're like the Loretta Lynn of cat people. That's great. You know, she was like a great grandma when she was like 30 or some bullshit like that. I'm so off with the numbers, but I'm pretty sure you know, it was she was very young, you know, coal miner's daughter. Jesse Chet in the chat. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Happy Friday to you.
Hi.
That's right, Crazy Cat Lady. Oh, look at that. Hottest
That's
great
right.
grandma out there. Oh. Hey, what's up, Ivana? Good
Okay,
to
you
see
better
you.
be careful, Warren. I might steal Kelly from you. I might have a better chance than you. You better watch out.
Look,
Just
I'm just gonna be the cat in the corner with the cigarette and it's all dark and all you see the embers and it's just
Okay, cool. I can do all the work. I mean, that's totally cool with me. Wait,
yeah.
we need permission first. Hold on.
I don't want any work. I don't want to work. I just want to sit there and smoke. I mean, you guys
just
do
want to
what you
bang on the
want.
drums all day, right?
I don't want to work. I just want to bang on the drums all day. Was that Oingo Boingo? No, it was somebody else that did that.
I have
song.
no clue. I have no clue.
You have no clue. You
Great
made a
song,
reference
though.
to it though.
Hey, look! I just made a friend. People
You
are
made a
gonna think
friend?
I'm wild.
What
Yeah,
happened? Speaking of
he's
wild,
a bug.
look
I
who's
just
in
made a
the.
bug friend.
Yeah, we got
But
this guy.
I don't know what's wrong with him. He's playing dead on me. Here you go.
What happened?
I just need a friend.
That's gross.
He's so
Yuck.
cute though.
Bugs are disasters.
He's such a pretty color green. Go do something with your life, bro. There you go. Okay. Sorry.
Wait a minute. Reef says, I'm sorry, I keep calling you Reefer. I know your name is Reef. But I see Reefer and then I read and speak. It's an old voiceover thing. You say everything you read. Spooky called me cute today, so I think I win all the ex-wives today. Uh-oh. Yeah, careful what you wish for. That's just make sure you're in a state where you don't gotta give half your shit away.
I know, right?
That's a word to the wise right there. That's why Daddy stays single all these years. He's got. I don't even have that much stuff, and I'm damn sure not gonna give half of it away. So that's not gonna happen. And I don't think anybody would want half of my shit anyway, because it's just kind of like, mostly stuffed into bodega bags and broken dreams, and I think there's some aluminum foil down there, and I got a broken bong that I've got in a box that I haven't thrown out yet. Aww. That's because you are cute, Reeve. Uh-oh, what is going on? Look, I feel like Chuck Woolery, man. We're making a love connection.
We are. I don't know what's going on.
We'll be back in 2 and 2. That's old school. That's like, God, what was it? Was Love Connection like late 80s, early 90s, I think. And people don't know. A lot of people don't know this. Chuck Woolery was one of the original hosts of Wheel of Fortune before What's-His-Face got there. Steve saying, getting married soon? Watch the Depp trial. Look, some people like shit in their bed. That's, I'm just saying, that's a fetish. It's a thing,
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Oh, Reef gonna get him some. God love you. That's a great start to the weekend, brother.
Right?
Go get you some. You get yours.
Right.
So what's going on?
So
You're up. So you're at Bin Laden's camp. How's it been since he got offed? Are you running the show there? Do you guys still do videos? What's going on?
Yeah, no. We definitely lowered on videos. As you can tell by the lighting, we have upped on the parties. So pretty much all we do is get stoned all day, watch YouTube videos, and pass out until we wake up again and repeat.
Well, I mean, that would probably help cut down on the beheadings and the blowing up stuff. So, kudos to you for taking the peace route there with Al Qaeda.
Thank you.
It's
my service. Not all superheroes wear capes.
Now
they
for
wear
real.
hot rolls.
Well, now for real. We're joking about the Bin Laden cave. You're obviously on a camping trip somewhere in Utah, right? No, you're not glamping.
So
Do you know what glamping is?
Yes, I do. I have not gone glamping. No. I like to rough it.
Rough it? Yeah.
Yep. I like to find a tree, and that's my pooping area, all that fun stuff.
What you climb a tree and poop? Is that how that works? Are you like kind of a Tarzan thing going on?
No, I just find a tree that's very far off from the camping area that I can collect, anything that needs to be collected, like toilet paper and stuff. And then you just stay in that area and poop that's far off from your camp so that animals will smell it from away from you and all that fun stuff.
Now, why a tree? Does it have to be like next to a tree? Is that so is the tree
it's
recognizable?
Something I can lean back on, so I feel like I'm sitting down when I'm pooping. And then I'm a female too, so we've got to sit down either way. We've got to find something to lean back on, at least hold back on. Yeah, it's rough out there for women.
well, I mean, okay, so the peeing part, I could understand because like it's easy for men. We just stand up and we just point the hose wherever and it's fine. But now
Yeah.
pooping, we're both on equal ground. I would,
Yeah.
well, so to speak. You see, because we have to do this, we have to pop a squat too, right?
Mhm.
And and some people don't have good balance, right? So when I was a Boy Scout, this is what we did. All right, so we take a log, right, a small log, something that you could hang your cheeks over, right? You kind of straddle it, hold on like this, and then you poop on the other side of the log, and then and then it'll be fine.
Huh.
You don't want, yeah, but you have to get like a narrow enough tree log to do it. And then you sit on it and make sure it's sturdy, because the last thing you want that thing to do is break, because then right into the business.
Yeah, no, I didn't even think about that.
Got Brandy Weaver
But
in the house.
you know what? I'm just kind of guessing because, like as Reef totally said, I don't poop, so I don't know. Technically, I was just kind of guessing a little bit, but yeah, sure.
Well, apparently, Kelly says her nephew was convinced until he was in his 20s that women don't poop.
Yeah, no, we don't. We don't.
Misha, what's going on? Listen, I know women poop because I grew up with two sisters, and they used to stink the hell out of that damn toilet, that bathroom. You go in there like, what do you do?
No,
Yeah.
no, your mind was telling you things. Absolutely not. We don't poop. We're like Kim Jong-un. We don't have buttholes.
What is it? Does the food you eat just turn into dreams and magic?
Yeah, absolutely. Rainbows and unicorns and butterflies and pretty things. Absolutely.
Jesse finds this fascinating. Yeah, that's why we do this. We're here to educate. Poop in a hole in a log. Well, watch out for snakes. Oh.
That would be scary.
Oh. Did you know? All right, this is kind of a sidebar. So I was told that you shouldn't go swimming in the Amazon or some places like that because there's these little tiny fish. This is, I don't know if it's about women, but this is for mensies, and that if you're in the water or something and you pee in the water, that this little fish will swim upstream like it's a salmon. It'll swim upstream into your pecker, and then it'll do that with the fins inside
I don't.
El Diablo
know
down there. Yeah.
I don't know about
like,
a fish that does that, but I know that there was a fish that went up a guy's penis hole in some kind of lake like that. It was like on I Shouldn't Be Alive or one of those kind of like Survivor, like I Shouldn't Be Alive type shows. So yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the fish, but I don't like swimming in lakes anyway because
No.
lakes are disgusting. There's like
there's
fish.
things.
There's fish poop in there, and then there's like critters, there's snakes, there's like water moccasins in there. I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, no.
Now I have and I will swim in a creek because that's flowing water, right? That's not like stagnant water with like it's like you get in a lake and it's like all mushy on the bottom. It's like
Yeah.
not a fan of that. Do they regret surviving? What, the people, the guys that had the fish swim up their peckers? Probably not. They probably I mean, they probably are like, I'm glad I was alive, but now I have nothing to work with down there anymore since it got torn up by a fish.
Right.
Randy said she grew up around lakes and rivers.
Same.
Well, river, that's it. Well, river's flowing water. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, yeah, you could. There's still like snakes and stuff like that. There's when I used to, well, I said I was in Boy Scouts, and we used to go canoeing down Red Creek. It's like a good 20-mile stretch. So we'd take our time. We do about 10 miles a day, and then we camp on the sandbar, right? And then the next day we get up and go. But one night we were sleeping on the sandbar next to the creek. And it was such a beautiful night. We brought tents, but we didn't even need the tents. It was just like perfect temperature, clear sky. We just slept under the stars. It was beautiful. And then we woke up the next day. We were surrounded by deer tracks. There was like deer had been walking around us while we slept, watching us, knowing.
That's cool.
Stalker deer, all right? So that's how I became war deer. That's my origin story, and it was like the bats that scared Batman. It was the deer tracks that scared me because they were so silent. Nobody got up in the middle of the night. Everybody was sound asleep, and the deer were just like walking around like, I see you always. And just know I am here. He'd take his hoof and went, shh.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And then
I'm so glad to believe you, so absolutely.
He stroked my hair and called me Nancy. Wait, no, that wasn't the deer. That was somebody else. Never mind.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
The same trip though, we were in the canoes and there were like alligators in the water too. I mean, they weren't huge, not huge, like 7-8 footers, but like, you know, there was alligators in there. So you don't dangling the fingers in the water. And we were in canoes too. So we weren't like in like big boats or anything. Ed says, wait, I missed the origin story. Can you start again from the beginning? Obi, Warren, Dear Nobi. Yeah, we're not doing that, Ed. You heard the story. Quit being trouble. So yeah, but so creeks now, and there's water moccasins in there too. The water moccasins, those are no good. Those are poisonous snakes. I want nothing to do with them. Have you ever seen a snake swim?
On my phone, like on TV and stuff, not in real life. I don't.
Right. But you see how they just kind of, they look like they do when they're on land, kind of, because that's kind of, they don't have like, arms and legs to paddle, so they have to like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then they come for you.
I grew up watching Anaconda. That shit's scary as fuck.
I can't stand snakes. Snakes, exactly, Kelly. Snakes shouldn't be able to swim. That's an unfair advantage. Fuck snakes. Anna says I have snakes swim like they were born to. I know that is nightmare fuel to see snakes swimming in the water like that. That is some crazy shit. There
you go. Get it.
I saw this movie the other night. It's by that studio A24. They do some really good stuff. I like A24 movies, and it's called X. Right? It's based in the 70s, and these porn actors and the film crew, they go out to this place in the middle of Texas, to this old couple's farm. And they rent out the guest cottage or whatever, and they shooting their porn movie in there, and there's a lake nearby, and there's a big ass alligator in there, and then one of the girls is in there swimming, and you see this top down shot of her swimming. And she starts swimming back towards the dock, right? It's like a little bitty wood dock sticking out there. And it's a huge wide shot. So you see her in the middle, she's swimming back towards the dock. And then behind her, you see this alligator come into frame and like, dun, 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 dun. It was, woo. Gators are crazy.
Yeah.
Warren watching a movie about porn actors, shocked. It wasn't actual porn. But it was really good. It was really good. Randy said I about stepped on a snake in my yard today.
What's your favorite
Ooh.
porn, Warren? Porn company. What's your favorite porn company?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not that far into that world to know
All right, what's your favorite
companies.
porn star?
I gotta go old school. I love like old 70s porn. I really do. There's like hair everywhere. Love it.
Yeah.
Like a jungle adventure, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's got his penis and it looks like, you know, like this it looks like some sort of like tower coming out of this like wooded area, and she's got you know, she looks like she's got Bob Ross's head between her legs, you know, and he's like you know, he's like looking for El Diablo or like El Dorado, the lost city of gold. And
For real.
I mean, today's porn is just like everything's shaved. It doesn't leave anything to the imagination, right? But it's like back then, it was just like, you know, it was like jungle adventure. You know, it was Jumanji, but sex. And right, and there was this lady. I think she was like German or Austrian. Her name was Helga Sven, and she was like platinum blonde, big. Huge tracts of land, you know. She was like one of the original MILFs. Oh, woof! That was some good stuff there.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, a giraffe sticking his head out of the bushes. Pretty much that sums it up right there. That's 70s porn. Ellie said when I worked at an adult novelty store, Jenna Jameson's undulating latex breasts were the big seller. Well, that's good to know. You know, but I'm not. I don't know. I used to be a tit man, but now I'm more of an ass man. You know, I like a little junk in the trunk. I'm not gonna lie. You know.
Nice.
Yeah. I like if she's a lowercase b, that's great. But if she's a capital P, that's a little weird. That's like, you know, that just reminds me I got to iron some shirts later. You know what I mean? It's a little flat back there. Just kind of like, you know, it makes me want to go surfing. Doesn't make me want to have sex.
Right.
You know,
Right.
but yeah, the first porn star I ever saw was what's her face? Oh god, I can't remember her name. She got caught. She was doing like porn scenes when she was like 16 or something like that, and they like all those porns. They didn't know she was 16. Wink, wink. Back then, but then when she was 18, she was legit, and she could like, because everything else they had to get rid of, otherwise it was like, you know, child pornography basically.
Yeah.
Oh, what's her name? She tried to go legit. I think, yeah, it wasn't Jenna Jameson. It was, Tracy Lords. Thank you, Ed. Oh, Ed. How do you know, Ed? You dirty, dirty. Oh, and Velvet too. She knows too. She row. We got some spices in the chat. Very nice.
Hey, that's awesome. We got some porn knowledge people. That's pretty cool.
I don't know. Who do you like? Who's your faves?
Well, one of my favorites is actually on hiatus right now, but she's more of a newer one, like within the last, I say within the last 7 years or so, and that's Skin Diamond. She's really great. Jessa Rhodes is very hot. Those would probably be my two favorites that I've got to meet in person and hang out with and stuff. They're fucking hot.
When I lived out in LA, I had friends that had friends who were in the business, and I would go over to my friend's place, and they would be there, dude and a lady. I can't remember their names off the top of my head now, but that is some of the nicest people you ever want to meet. Just fun. It was great. And apparently they enjoy their job. You know, I would assume, like, to be a porn star or just a porn actor, it's not as easy as it looks, I would imagine.
It's not. It's not.
It's some like multiple takes on certain shots that you got. Oh, we didn't get the light good on that one, let's try that again. Or we didn't, you know, the sound was bad, you know, that kind of stuff. And I imagine it was more of an art form in the 70s because it was on film, right? And film was very expensive, so you wanted to make the best shots that you could. You wanted to make quality movies, uh because they had like stories. There was actual stories to them, you know. They had a lot of the taboo stuff, but then they also had just like the regular kind of stuff. And they're all like, some of them, I mean, some of them were pretty high budget, like jet setting off, you know, to some place like, you know, Monaco or like the Riviera or something like that. And they would just, you know, shoot all these, you know, see, now it's just, you know, it's pretty much they, you know, shoot two people fucking in a car in the back of an El Pollo Loco. You know, it's like, you know,
It's
what
getting
happened?
a lot better. It seems um since I met my husband and he's been in that scene, it seems like the filming of it has gotten better. And even recently too, since like the Chinese is starting to get involved in more of the American porn, it seems like they're turning away from more of that Brazzers look, the POV kind of look, to more of that professional stuff. So I don't know. I would look at some of the porns within the last year or two and check them out. Some of them are pretty professional. There's some of the Chinese directors are saying that this could be like Grammy award or Grammy whatever, that award winning kind of stuff if it wasn't porn. So they're getting a lot better. The acting still sucks. You can't expect the actors to be better because they're not actors, you know. But at least the filming and the lighting looks awesome.
Well, if we're talking big-breasted personalities, the award would have to be the Golden Globes, right? Yeah, you like
That's
that too, did you? All right, yeah. Okay. There's no one here. It's just me. Um, right? I I always said if I was going to make a porn and not be in it, but actually shoot it, direct it, that kind of thing, I would want to make like the greatest, like the script writing is just fantastic. Make sure that people, you know, get like the best actors that you can who are also porn stars. Um and just like, I
yep.
don't know, maybe like I don't know what's a good movie that would be great. Uh like a Schindler's List of porn. You know what I mean? Like you know,
Okay.
you know, like we call it like Shovener's Fist.
Schindler's
Uh
List.
Sinner's List. Sinner's
Dinner's
Fist.
List.
Um,
Ooh.
you know, I could have taken this
Yeah.
ring. A ring. I could have had two more. I could have had two more women to have sex with. I could have taken this watch. Then I would have had two more women to have sex with. You get like you know, some sort of Liam Neeson guy, but it's like, you know,
Yeah.
BM Greason,
Some sex version.
you have to come up with a porn name for Liam Neeson.
Exactly. Like Jenna Gargles.
Jenna Gargles. What was there was some old school lady. Oh man. Oh, Velvet's got a good one here. Schindler's Lust. Ooh. That's
Ooh, I like
nice. Nice. That's right. You know. Um Pretty sure the Jewish community would not appreciate that. But we're just talking hypotheticals here. nothing like this is gonna happen anytime soon.
My dream, I would always, if I could ever make like the perfect porn, I would always love to do like a horror movie porn. That would be really cool. I like when I was in college, my friends was coming up with a script for a horror movie, and we weren't able to use it because it just got a little too detailed and brutal. And I always thought that it was really like a really cool story would be something like a guy and a girl camping, and they're doing it and they're getting it on, and then he ends up killing her while they're camping, but doing it with the knife. And so the story, actual movie, is him sitting in the backyard at his friend's house with his friend's family playing in the pool, and he's talking about his weekend and how his weekend went, but he's using innuendos of talking about how he killed the girl, but he was talking to his friend in innuendos of like, I hooked up with her. So he's like, did you give it to her good? And he's like, yeah, I gave it to her nice and hard. And then it cuts to him stabbing her in the crotch. I always thought that would be like the coolest porn horror movie.
It would give new meaning to the phrase axe wound.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, stoner cat. So yeah, anyway, yeah, so yeah, axe wound. Yeah, the first time I ever heard axe wound, I remember I was a DJ at this radio station, and there was this guy, he's no longer with us now. His name was Terry O'Neill. He was one of the morning jocks, and one of one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. Just he had that really smooth, buttery voice, very very soft, very very nice. And me and another guy, we were in there. He was there during a break, and we were talking about various names for women's vaginas, right? As opposed to men's vaginas, which would be kind of weird because I'm sure that's a whole different name. But vaginas in general, we were like talking about, slit, whatever. And then he just kind of whips around and goes, swooned. And then turns right around, and we were just like, wait, what? What
What does that mean?
Where the hell did that come from? Yeah, so that was the first time I ever heard axe wound, and I was like, oh, yeah, the male vagina, it's the man china, yes. I'm not going to play it here, but a friend of mine and we used to do parody songs, and we did some original songs too, and one of the songs was called Mangina, and it was delightful. It was a nice Spanish ballad, a lot of zun, 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 that kind of thing. But yeah, that was the first time I ever saw porn was on VHS at my buddy Charlie Gent's place. So yes, that's right. Anybody who's watching that's from my hometown, Charlie Gent watched porn. I don't think that was a big secret. Anyways, he was one of those cats, like, you have your group of friends, right? But there's always the one guy who always is like the most mature one, kind of like the adult of the group, but still,
yeah,
the cool guy, but he still hangs out with the weird kids because we're all buddies or whatever. The Josh Brolin of the group, if you will. So that's who Charlie was. So Charlie would say, "Hey, my parents are going out of town. You guys want to come over? And I got the good stuff." And we were like, "Oh, okay." And so we went over there, and I had never seen porn before, right? I was like, maybe, I think I was in, I just started driving. It was like I was like 13 or 14, something like that. Just got my license or something like that. You could get it young when you're way back then. So anyway, right. So I drove over there. First time ever seen porn, never seen a naked woman before. So all right, this is where the boy becomes a man. And I watched I think it was Tracy Lords, and she was riding on top of some guy, and something happened, and his penis bent like this, and then went like this again. Like she's going down on it, and then it went burp, then like that.
Uh-huh.
And we all just collectively grabbed our crotches in horror as seeing that we
Oh
know
no.
that erect penises do not bend. They're not supposed to. When you're like, softy or whatever, yeah, sure, blah, 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 it's like a little rag doll. You do whatever you want to with it. But this was like a hard dick, and it went like that, like 90-degree angle, and then went back up. And of course, us being the sadists that we were, we had to rewind it and watch it like 4 or 5 times just to see like if that actually. But first, it was like it was disbelief because we didn't know that it had happened. Like we couldn't believe it. But then by the 6th time we saw it, we were convinced, and it was pretty bad. Steve, yes, this is the warm up to porn was the Sears catalog lingerie section. We also got the Sears catalog, and Mom always wondered why certain pages in the catalog were stuck together, and I never bothered to explain it to her. So, that's when I was a breast man. That's when I was like a big booby guy. But now I like cake. I like that junk in the trunk. Kelly says we were 2 porns for Sears. It was Montgomery Ward. She said, when I saw John Holmes naked, it almost made me a lesbian. Why? Did it scare you? What happened? Don't be scared. Yeah, that was John Holmes back in the day. He was like, the big man, like literally, right? He had a big, huge one. Let me ask you this. So does size really matter when it comes to like, sexual pleasure? Is it because I've heard from women that say it's not the size of the wand, it's the magic it performs, right? But then some women said, no, it better be a big dick or give me a cucumber, because one of the two. Right. Don't give me no pinky. What's the deal? What do you think?
I think it just depends on the woman's preference. Some women just prefer something that fills them up. And some women don't mind banging around the walls with a pot.
You like that triangle from the Old West movies when they'd ring it when it was dinner time. Ding 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 ding. Dinner's on the table. Ding 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 ding. Come get this pussy. Ding ding ding.
Yeah, absolutely. It just depends on the girl's preference for sure. And I'm pretty sure all the girls are going to agree with me too, because it does. It absolutely what it is. It's a preference. And some girls like it, hard and rough and filled up, and some girls like it banging around in there. It just depends on what hits the spot.
Okay, I don't know this reference, but Steve says, according to Mike Oxbig, size does matter. Is Mike Oxbig? Is that Paul Bunyan's
Mike Oxbig? Mike Oxbig.
Mike Ox. Oh,
I got it.
That was a Simpsons. I didn't get it at first, but now I got it, and now I wish I didn't. Thanks, Steve. Oh, fun story.
I'm wondering if you all are getting this from The Simpsons. Like every single one of these, I have a feeling like I've heard it. Like I've heard him say it on The Simpsons.
I don't think "Hey, Would You Blow Me" was on The Simpsons. I'm pretty sure it wasn't on there. But I will say this: when I was living in North Mississippi, the coroner for Oktibbeha County, his name was Michael Hunt, but he went by Mike, and unfortunately, probably shouldn't have done that. In the middle, in the buckle of the Bible Belt too. Sign says that's when third leg became a term regarding John Holmes, Long Dong Silver. Right? Tripod, that's another one too. Kelly's backing you up. Jimmy is right. It's personal preference. Some of us would rather have a girthy tuna fish can Wait. Some of us would rather have a girthy tuna fish can over a weirdly extended foot long.
Absolutely.
Oh, so like girth, but not length.
Yeah. It's when you say that it's the joke of saying with the tuna can is I can't hit the end, but I can fuck up the sides on my way. Yeah.
It's like the thing that made the channel.
Yeah.
The tunnel from
And
France to
he's
England.
totally right too, because guys that are small and girthy, they feel just as fucking good. Absolutely.
See, I'm one of these people. I like to do a lot of show prep, as it were. I am what they call a slow burn, right? Just like start off really, little soft kisses, maybe on the neck too, little, because the neck seems to be a favorite. Work your way down south, to where Bob Ross lives, and then stay down there for a while, do your thing. And then like go from there. I'm big into giving full body massages too. Because I'm one of these people, I feel pleasure when the lady feels pleasure, right? The empath, right? So, I'm not, it's not like I'm there. It's not like I'm there going to crunch to work out. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm there for. I'm there for the experience for both of us, to both feel, passionate and exciting and just, all the senses, just tantalized at once, like the full meal deal, right? Some guys, it's just like, I'm just going to stick my dick in there and see what happens.
Wham, bam, thank you, damn. Yeah.
Right. Hence the back of the car in the parking lot of the El Pollo Loco. I've never done it in a car before. I've made out in a car before, but I've never had sex in a car before because, it's a little space prohibited, for what I like to do.
Well, you're tall. Yeah.
And it's just not very comfortable.
Right.
And I've never been in that position where someone actually wanted to have sex in a car either. So dodge that bullet.
Yeah, you did.
Well, where's the weirdest place you ever had sex? And there's the Newlywed Game answer is in the butt.
No.
we had that on one night. That was great. But like, I mean, what's the weirdest place?
I think the weirdest place I probably have ever done it is, and nobody judge me because it's kind of gross, but the public bathrooms at Venice Beach.
Actually,
during the daytime while there's people waiting in line to use the bathroom.
Well, I mean, there's people in the clubs who would do that shit too. They'd have sex in the bathroom, in the stalls too,
Absolutely. I mean, I've done it like in the ocean right there too, I guess. It's a weird
And the great
place.
thing about Venice Beach, those things, you just come right out and there's showers right there. Like
Absolutely.
just clean yourself off.
Yep, exactly.
Strangest place I ever had sex was in wait a minute. Velvet's like church is my goal. Yikes! Yeah,
I've
right?
always thought about that. That would be a dream for sure.
That would be punch your ticket to hell sex, but boy, that would be totally worth it.
Yeah. I know. It sucks. I literally stopped going to church after I had my virginity, or I lost my virginity, or else I would have totally done it.
Right? Because it's just that forbidden, that it's just like so sinful what you're doing. You're desecrating a holy place with your bodily fluids.
Yeah.
She said, "Ticket already punched." Good for you.
Nice. Lucky.
A convent, Steve said a convent would be fun. Well, if I had sex at a convent, it would be just like everywhere else because I would get none. Anyway, strangest place I ever had sex was I I was doing overnights at the radio station, and a friend of mine had a lady friend in town visiting him. They were just they were platonic. They're just friends, and we all went to the Black Crowes concert together. So we had backstage passes. It was great, right? So we took her backstage and got to meet the band and everything. We saw the show, and we got back, and she was in town for a week. So the next, make it a habit. None jokes. Thank you. So one night I had to go. The next night I had to go work at the radio station for my shift, and she came by to see me, and we did it on the actual board there was
Hey.
so like, okay, so like, say you got like, this is the board, right, and this is where you like you sit on this side here. So there was like a cushion here. This was like, you could put your arms and stuff like that there. So she was on that, and there was nobody knew about it until recently when I did the radio show with my old program director and a buddy I used to be in radio with. This was like a few weeks back. That he had no idea that I'd had sex with this chick in the control room. So that was the only time. Everywhere else was like a bed or a couch. Nothing
What?
crazy. That was
Really?
the one time. Yeah,
Just one crazy time.
yeah, it was nice. But she was very cool. And but it didn't. She lived like, I lived in North Mississippi. She lived way the hell down in Florida somewhere. And it just wasn't gonna work out. And I said I'll try and make it work. I actually went to go visit her in Florida one time, but it was just like long distance. It doesn't really.
It doesn't work. No. I like Brandy's answer too. That Brandy's answer in the bar as well. That probably would have been my like second choice to be the weirdest. Is I would have my boyfriend come, because if nobody in the comments knows, I used to be an exotic dancer. So I would have my boyfriend come in and pretend to be a customer and get a lap dance. And I had sex with him in the lap dance room. That was pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a very supercharged atmosphere anyway, a very highly sexually charged situation anyway. Yeah, I don't blame you. I would have been like, yeah, he's a customer, come on in, and then woohoo,
yeah,
go to
it's
town.
very empowering as a woman to be able to do something like that. It's kind of cool. Yeah, that's what I loved about that job. I told you that before. It's very empowering. So
yeah, and I mean, I did the same thing. I had a lady friend come to my workplace, and I said, well, she's a customer, it's fine, we can let her in. It was Trader Joe's, but and it was in the section where you get the free samples.
oh yeah, I bet.
Oh, somebody got a free sample, all right.
Oh yes, they did.
Yes.
Nice big free sample.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was some almond butter. It was
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what that means. But it was yeah, I don't know. I always just like, I never was a hookup guy. I never wanted to just hook up with chicks. I knew guys who were like that, had like the chick of the week or something like that. They go out with some chick, and they'd have sex for a while, and then they break up, and then they go on and move on. I just wasn't like that. I treated sex as something like and I still do. I treat it as like something that's very personal. It's very intimate, and you're two vulnerable people with each other, and it's not something to be taken lightly. And I know what it's like to, have sex with somebody. Like when I lost my virginity, you always remember the first time, they say, and you always remember who it was. And I still remember her. I thought she was amazing. And we had a good 2 years together, and it just didn't work out. But I was really crushed when it did end because it was I had that I had that connection with her because we were friends too, right? But we also had that sexual chemistry together that was really just so perfect. It was just like we meshed together so well. Audrey's coming in. Hello. Welcome to Sex Talk. You are on the Sex Talk line. Yeah. We hope you are enjoying the show.
Card story.
The V card story. Yeah, I don't know. I don't take that lightly. I think there's a lot of feelings and emotions involved in that sort of thing, and I don't want to take advantage of somebody.
Awesome girl that has no feelings and emotions, and you guys can just fuck all the time and just go back to your homes and not think about each other until you want to fuck again. That's the best.
Now, I said I'm not that kind of guy, but I didn't say that never happened. All right, so there was this chick who turned out like later in life she was like a real Hillary Clinton fan. Anyway, but she was like, I hate to say it, but she was kind of the go-to, right? There's this karaoke bar. We all get hammered, sing karaoke, and then a lot of times me and her, we'd end up making out in the parking lot. We go back to her place, do the deed, and then I'd leave her, and then I'd go meet up with my friends later. But she was the only one, and she instigated it a lot of times. It wasn't just me. So she was down with the program, as it were. But then feelings started getting into it with her, and I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore if you're gonna have feelings, because I don't share those feelings. It's just sex. You're fun. I like you. You have great energy. We have good sex together, but that's it. We can't do this anymore. And I never pursued her after that. I never asked her to, after karaoke or anything like that. I was true to my word. But yeah, she was the only one that was kind of like a regular hookup, and can't say I'm a fan of that. Not because I was drunk most of the time too, and you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Drunk hookups. I don't know.
They're wild.
I've gotten in a little trouble with those a couple of times. I was staying at somebody's house, and we were like smoking out and drinking, and my friend Pat, she went and passed out, and her roommate was there, and and then we ended up doing it, and it was just like, but I don't know. That's just I like it nice. I like it the more romantic way. The more romantic way is the best.
Yes, you are. You are a hopeless romantic. Yes, you are.
I am. I'm a realist, but I'm a hopeless romantic when it comes to that kind of stuff.
So adorable.
Yeah, I know. The poster boy.
I'll stop.
Yeah, Kelly says sometimes we ladies are just looking for some dick. Now that's true. And I think that's
Amen,
what this
sister, a fucking men.
I think that's what this chick was. She was just like, she didn't see it as like a romantic thing either at first. She just wants some dick. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
It was a matter of convenience for both of us. But then feelings got involved, and then I was like, nah, I can't go anymore. Can't do that. Don't want to go down that road and and hurt some, because then people get hurt. And that's not me either. I broke up with this chick one time on her birthday. Yeah, that was ugly.
That's not good.
It was not good. But anyway, I digress. I
did that to someone but I was in high school, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah, I wasn't in
high school relationships don't count.
This was we were a little older.
Yeah, that's not
Well,
good.
well
Wait,
it
did
was
you know it was her birthday though?
oh yeah. Yeah.
You knew and you still did it? You couldn't even wait like 24 fucking hours?
I don't know why. I don't know why. I just it was just it was her birthday. Oh, now it's thundering outside. The Lord's gonna get me for
Guy
for
is
being such a
swapping you now.
I
Yeah,
don't know, for being such an asshole. But
that's right.
it was yeah, I mean, it was one of those things where we got together. I had actually had dated her sister briefly for a while, and then a few years later, her and I got together, and we couldn't. At first, we couldn't stand each other. Right? It was always just like fuck you, that kind of thing. And then later, it was fuck you, fuck me, fuck you. But I thought it was just. I mean, we never said we loved each other or anything like that. I thought it was just a fun thing, and she made it sound like it was a fun thing too. But once again, feelings got into it, and then like the next day, found out it was her birthday, and she thought it was going to be some romantic thing, and I said, "We gotta stop this." I don't know. I probably should have waited till the next day, but I don't know why I did it on her birthday. It was just got to that point. It was very, like if I didn't do it then, it would have made it seem like I wasn't going to do it. And yeah. So
yeah.
But I digress. We all have our crosses to bear when it comes to that kind of stuff.
That's right.
So
That's right.
none of us are saints. We're not all sinners either, but probably some of us a little
Not even that
mixed
bad.
between. This is a weird segue, but do you have puppies? You have puppies there with you?
I do. I was just trying to shake one because he was snoring and making so much noise. Why you want to say hi?
Yes, you have
Come here, Miss Lady.
you have
Come
puppers there. Now,
Come here, Miss Lady.
you are definitely oh, look at Lady. What a sweetheart. It's
Her
a deer
ears.
dog. That is she's got deer ears. Hi, sweetie puppy cakes. Who's your puppy? Yes, you are.
There you go. You say hi,
her.
Miss Lady.
Just so sweet.
She's so
Oh,
sweet.
And she loves giving kisses too, right?
Yes, absolutely. So does Herschel. And then we got Herschel.
Oh,
hi,
he's a
Herschel.
big boy. Hey, buddy. Lickums, 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 lickums. Don't get me too close. Someone's getting kisses. Oh, poppers.
Dude, his breath smells like death. Okay.
Of course, right? He's probably eating ass earlier.
No, he's got no teeth.
No, but he can lick ass, right? His ass, someone else's ass. He's probably been eating some poopers.
Yeah.
Well, say I grew up, with a whole bunch of animals and stuff like that. And Dad was like, "Don't let that dog lick you in the face." Why? He said that dog was just licking his balls 5 minutes ago. Like, no, I don't want to taste that. I don't want to taste that. Randy says they're getting 3 new kittens in about a week, and yours had 5 kittens, right?
Yeah, they are 9 days old now, I believe.
You said the eyes are starting to open?
Just started opening today, yeah. They're starting to crawl around a little bit and doing little circles because they don't know how to, they're wobbly and shit. But yeah, we got her 5 babies and then another cat. So now we've got 7 cats in the house.
That's a lot of pussy. That's a lot of...
It is. My dream.
Let's see. That's a lot. What? No, not the stoner cat again. What happened? Sorry. Did I make a cat segue there?
There you
Yeah,
go.
you can't really see that, can you? All you see is me, and then I just say, "Oh, Stoner Cat."
Yeah, you have to say Stoner. Say it first because I can't see it until I look at the screen, and it shows me a minute later.
Oh, right, that's right, because of the delay. Uh, yeah, it's yeah, I really need to fix that. Um, Randy says they'll have 6 cats when we get them. Reaper knows, Kitty, sweet baby Kitty. Um, I just want everybody to show my shirt that says "I love you a latte." So,
Oh,
and
that's
look,
so
it's a cup.
cute.
It's a latte. So
It
I like dad jokes. I'm a big fan of that. Well, let's talk about you for a second. Um, you've done some great art for me in our my little commercial earlier before the show started. You did like pretty much all that art. Um, why do
was
you
fun.
like art so much? Is it because you're like a secret hippie chick? Do you have crystals? Do you do crystals? You have orbs?
No,
Are
no,
you
there's no
no
orbs.
no crystals, no
Uh-uh.
orbs?
Mm-mm.
Aren't you a witch? Didn't you say you were a witch?
Yes,
No.
but like not. Yeah, but like not really practicing much anymore. I mean, my thing was tarot. I liked tarot cards. That was my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I go to see this lady once a month, and she has a spooky story. Uh, they get people to get up and they tell spooky stories that happened to them, and uh she's big into tarot. I think her name is Sasha Weaver, I think. Something like that. Um, Ellie says, "Is anyone else getting a hot young Cruella Deville vibe from Jimmy?" I told you, it's because
Everybody keeps saying that.
you're wearing the Long Island housewife uniform there
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
that's right.
that's that's right. That's right. Like she's from Nassau County out there. Uh
That's right.
Randy says she has a set of tarot cards but is still learning. Um so with tarot cards, how does
Yeah.
that work? You just read the
So,
cards?
well, it depends. You read all. You basically shuffle all the cards, and the person that's reading or going to be getting the reading shuffles the cards, and then you pull off the top however many you need, depending on what the deck you're going to be using. It could be 3, it could be up to 11, it could be up to 12, it could be up to 22. It could be whatever kind of deck or whatever kind of reading that you're using. I usually use the Celtic Cross deck when I did it, which would be 1, 2 like that, and then 1 above, 1 below, 1 to the right, and then 4 to the side. And so those first groups are your past and your present, and then the 4 on the side would be what's to come in the future. And then with the cards themselves, you have the minor arcana and then the major arcana. So you've got 1 through 22 or 1 through 21 or 0 through 21, which are the major arcanas. And if those come up in the readings, those usually mean that the deities themselves are giving you advice that you should really take because it's really strong and it is a high chance possibility that could happen. The minor arcana cards is kind of like the same as a deck of cards where you've got the ace, the spades, the diamonds, and the hearts. But instead, with the minor arcana cards, you've got the wands, the chalice, the cups, and the swords. And then it goes from ace to king. So you've got ace, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10. And then you've got jack, queen, and king. And I think there's one extra one. I don't think there is. I think it might just be the jack, king, and queen. Anyway, so those are minor arcanas. If those come up in the readings, those are usually there's an outcome that could be different. There's a room for you to change your future. So, and that's how those go.
Kelly says, "Jimmy, please pull out a Wheel of Fortune card for my lotto dreams tomorrow."
I wish I could. That would all right. I will make sure I'll try to manifest it and I'll remember your name and I'll try to pull it out for you.
Ivana says, should I have cast a circle before re-entering the chat?
Absolutely not. No, I do not bring any bad juju whatsoever. I am an equal balance. I don't even bring good juju because I'm not a white witch. I'm not either or. I have done white witchery and I have actually done shadow searching and shadow searching. And so I'm neither one. So I guess you can call me a gray witch. So you don't need really anything because I'm not bringing anything out.
When I'm at the beach, they call me a sandwich because I'm
That's
white on
hot.
the outside and I'm full of meat.
I
So
like that.
I once did a reading for somebody, but using Uno cards, and it kept saying draw four. So I said, well, you're going to be an artist and going to draw
There you go.
four. And
There you go.
yeah, it was somebody. I just forced myself on somebody to read the cards. They didn't even care. They were just waiting on a bus, I think. So anyway, now I've always been fascinated with that kind of stuff. What's your take on Ouija boards?
Oh, I'm not really into them. I don't really do them very much just because I know what they can bring out because I know it's not really what you expect. Like you expect to be talking to somebody, but I know that it's not really that. It's a more deceptive being posing as what you're wanting and giving you the answers that you want. The last time I did do a Ouija board, um, I kind of played the trick and, asked him what his name was and blah, 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 all that stuff. And then was like, come on now, I know you're lying. I know you are a manipulative being. So I actually had a really good experience the last time I was on one because of that whole thing. Like I let him know that I know what he is. So it was really interesting to talk with that kind of thing, with the attitude that comes with them and the cruelty and the rudeness that comes with those beings. But I don't mess with it too much because there's a lot of work that goes into prepping, especially with the circles to make your house safe. Because if you're doing it in your own house, you could release some things in your house you don't want, leeches, things like that. So definitely have to do the prep and then the after prep too to make sure that, when you're leaving the circle, nothing else gets out with you. So it's a lot of
Yeah,
work.
I want nothing to do with Ouija boards. I've heard too many real life tales about people that were just fucking around with those things, and then they released something that
Yep.
stuck with them, and I
Yep.
I have this. I know, like, I believe that there's like a spirit world, right? I believe like when you die, you just don't. Everything goes black, and that's the end. That's ridiculous. You would call it a soul. I call it like the spirit, like a spirit engine that runs the meat sack, basically. Like our true selves are the energy that's inside our bodies, not the actual bodies themselves. Um, it's like we go places in a car, but we're not considered who we are by the car we drive. It's like, oh, you're a Chevy. No, I'm Warren. Or like you're a Ford. No, I'm Jimmy.
Yep.
You are inside the car driving it. But
Yep.
the car is just something that helps to put you in motion and to do things in your mortal life, but the actual energy inside you is something different. So, and I know that like some people who died, they had good energy when they died, and maybe has joined other good energy in the cosmos. There may be, and then there's people who had bad energy that's joined bad energy in the cosmos. That could be heaven and hell. That could be interpreted as such. But then there's both that didn't make it, that just have stuck around here uh on this mortal plane somehow, that they're stuck. And some of them, while they're stuck here, wouldn't mind tormenting the mortals, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I don't like to fuck with them at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I know if I was a ghost on Earth, I would be haunting the shit out of people. So yeah, I don't fuck
I
with
would
them
be such an asshole. I would.
for real.
Look, I would be like a cat, man. You have something on the edge of a shelf, I'd just go boop and just knock it off. I was just like, oh, that's too close to the edge. Bloop, bloop. Uh, yeah, I would be a total dick. I'm not even gonna lie. Unless they were like super nice people. If they're like really nice people, then I'd be like, okay, I probably wouldn't do that. But if they were like these pretentious assholes or whatever, just like Beetlejuice, they'd just like scare the fuck out of them, you know?
Yes, that would be a
Bleh.
dream. That would be a dream.
I live in this brownstone. This brownstone's like well over 100 years old, and I'm pretty sure some people have died in this building, right? So, and I'm probably 55 to 60% sure there's an actual ghost in this room, right? Because I hear things in the middle of the night that, it wasn't the wind. It's a very small room, so I always say, hey, look, I'll be chill. If you're chill, I'm chill. I'm not going to disturb you, I promise. When I masturbate, I'll look away. I won't I don't want you to see. I don't want anybody to see because I feel ashamed but at the same time invigorated. But
That's right.
so I'm very respectful, or at least I try to be. And then if I hear shit in the middle of the night or whatever, it could be just an oopsie. He may that spirit may not be trying to like scare me or anything. So I don't like freak out or like, come on, man, don't be an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
But there are times like when I'm trying to do something and like I'll hear something like a shirt will fall or something off the hanger, and I'll be like, come on, don't do this to me today, please. Come on. But
Yep.
I'm very respectful. I don't have like fear in my heart, but I'm very respectful, and I hope that's enough. You know what I mean?
Yep. Same.
Mine says, this is odd. Native American funerals are my favorite if you go to a funeral. I don't like funerals. I don't know anybody who likes funerals per se. It's just they'll go if it's I just won't go. I will I went to too many when I was a kid. Like relative, because all my relatives were like way older, right? I came along late in life from my parents, and they're they had I had aunts and uncles that would pass away. I don't want to go to the funeral. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I don't feel like I'm saying goodbye to them because they're already gone, right? They're not in the body. We're just the body there. That's not, like I said, that's not the person.
Yep. Absolutely.
It's just, that's just kind of my thing, I guess. But
No, I totally understand. Yeah, when I'm a grandma's girl, and when my grandma passed away, her funeral was going to be on the same weekend that I got the opportunity to sing a musical in my city mall with another kid that was around my same age, and my entire family completely understood that, because my grandma was the one that paid for my singing and my acting classes for 2 years before she passed away. So instead of going to her funeral, I ended up singing for her on stage at my local mall. For my grandma, and they all went to the funeral. It was really cool of my family to completely understand that. So, because they knew, like, it's the funeral's not going to be who she is. You're always going to remember her for who she is, and the funeral's no big deal. Like, this is so much more important. So, I totally understand.
Randy says, we live by a Civil War battlefield. I will send Jimmy the picture of a woman I got in my kitchen.
Ooh.
I'm assuming that's a ghost and not just somebody who's trespassing, Randy. So, because I know plenty of people who go in the wrong apartments, and they're not ghosts. They're just confused, lost, the kind of thing.
What is that clear gooey stuff that they say that, like, when they're showing themselves or whatever, when ghosts are showing themselves, what is it called? It's like
ectoplasm.
Yes. So I have a couple of pictures of people that have ectoplasm around them. When I went to Salem, Massachusetts, Salem is a really good haunted place. Very good place.
Yeah, signs. I get that. They're for the living. You're there to support their survivors, but at the same time, it's the energy around those things. It's I just don't like the energy around. I mean, I'll support him outside of the funeral. Like I'll talk with people and stuff like that who lost a loved one. I just don't want to be there at the actual funeral. It's just way too much. And it's just I can't deal with it, not anymore. I mean, 'cause I've been to a lot of funerals, been to wakes, and then the funerals. The wakes are probably the worst for me because it's just you go in there and you're looking at a body and then like, okay, let's have some punch. I'm like, why are we here? We can have punch at the house where there's no dead bodies, please. you know? Can we go like away from the dead bodies, please?
Right.
But
And the
I don't
person
know.
doesn't even look like them anymore. And like so many of the family members have kissed them. By the time that you got to them, their face is purple, like the makeup has came off and shit. It's so like, it's so something humans shouldn't be able to see.
I don't even want a funeral. I just like I want to do like they did with Donnie in The Big Lebowski. I want to get cremated. I want them to stick me in a coffee can and then take me to the beach and then just get me all over them because the wind was kicking up. That's what
That's right.
this would be my last prank on somebody. Like, I fucked up your shit. I'm in your mouth. I'm in your mouth.
That would be the best.
Oh, Kelly coming in with some FYI, some 411. Originally, wakes were held for 3 days because there was so much lead poisoning at the time the person could wake up after a while. Right. That's why they have a wake, because sometimes they wake up. And they also had graves with bells on them, right? And the string would go into the casket from the bell outside, and if the person, because sometimes the person will wake up and they're in the underground, ding 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 ding, room service, ding 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 ding, still alive, please.
Oh my God.
That's one of my biggest fears is getting buried alive, right? Drowning in the ocean.
Yep.
Like being out in open water in a deep ocean scares the fuck out of me. I know that scares the fuck out of you too. And and being buried alive are the two things that I think I'd rather fall out of a plane and die that way than to slowly sink into the water and God knows what's in the water, or be underground and just slowly suffocate because you can't get out. It would just,
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, like that one magician guy that did the concrete. Remember him?
Oh, who was that?
Buried, and they put concrete in, and he in the glass case, and the concrete crashed, broke the glass case, and he died. He was like going to be the next Houdini.
How long ago was that?
I think it was in the 90s. It's a very old school video.
Oh, it's interesting.
Can't remember what his name was, but yeah, he tried to do that, being buried alive.
Was it somebody famous?
No, I think he was on like a local news. I think he got famous because he died.
Wow. I don't want to get famous like that.
Right.
I don't really care. I don't really care about getting famous, period. But I mean, if I was to want to get famous, I want to be famous and like be able to enjoy it in life,
Yep.
So I could rub it in old friends' faces that thought I was gonna go nowhere. Those people.
That's right.
There was a movie. Kelly says just like the movie The Vanishing with Sandra Bullock being buried alive is scary as shit. There was one with Ryan Reynolds too. He was buried alive too. I can't remember what the name of that movie was. Maybe it was like Buried or something like that. But
I think it was Buried Alive.
Do you have claustrophobia? Like,
yes.
Can you? Yeah, me too. I can't do small spaces.
Nope.
like those people who do spelunking down into caves and like have to crawl through the little nook. I'm like, the fuck are you doing? You
Yeah,
doing?
no.
Like some people get stuck, you know?
Yep.
They'll
Yep.
eat rice before they go down, and then that rice expands in their stomach, and then they get stuck down there. I don't know if they eat rice, but you know,
That's a good one though.
because it does expand. Like if you eat rice, it expands in your stomach.
Yeah.
What's up, cynical girl? What's going on? She's I just wanted a Viking funeral, simple lace shroud, few flowers, nothing fancy. Right?
For real. Put me on a boat, light me on fire, and set me out to sea. Like that would be the shit.
What if they did that? They set you on fire, they set you out to sea, but you still didn't die from the fire, and then you fell in the water.
That would be the worst. Well, wouldn't I already be dead though? So
no, like you survived the fire. Like the fire woke
God,
you up.
that would be the worst. That would be the worst.
Actually, the fire would woke you up, and you're like fuck, and then you rolled off to douse yourself, but then you're like in the middle of the water, and everybody's already gone because they thought you were dead, and they cooked you, and they saw you go out to sea, but there you are out in the middle of the ocean, and
I'd probably hop back on the boat.
I'd be like, you know,
get me back on the boat. I'll fucking burn to death. Fuck it.
Yeah, there you are with like fourth degree sunburn or skin burn, and out in the middle of the ocean, on a Viking pyre, a funeral pyre, and that didn't work. That not only didn't work, it actually brought you back to life.
That would be my luck. Absolutely.
She said, Kelly said, "I'm with Jimmy, but no live animals or humans on my fireboat."
Of course.
Right? Yeah, no stowaways, please.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Death is kind of I'm not scared of dying. I guess I'm scared of living.
Yeah.
But because that always fascinated me, like what happens to you after you die. You know, there's been so many stories of people who have who've been dead for like 5-10 minutes, and then they came back and saw some crazy shit. They said, you know, people on the operating table, you know, when they're like getting worked on and their heart stops or something, like they're getting a heart transplant or something, so they have to take the old heart out, but they're kind of clinically dead, I guess, but not technically dead. And they would see, like, you know, some people said they see this white light and stuff like that, and some people said they came back and saw like hellfire and shit like that. I'm like, you know, no.
Yeah.
I think our energy may actually go to another dimension when we die too. That once it leaves this dimension, it goes into another, like maybe another universe or something, and then we're reborn as somebody else, kind of like reincarnation, but not in the same realm, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere else.
Somewhere
I don't
else.
know.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm always battling. You know me. I'm always battling between the two. It's either reincarnation or it's nothing. We're just DNA and microbiology just going into the earth, and we all just die into nothing, or we reincarnate. At least I hope for reincarnate. I know at least that we just die and go into the earth or wherever and disintegrate into nothingness. At least I know that for sure.
I know I want to be cremated. I definitely know I want to be cremated. I don't want to be like, I don't want anybody to come visit some plot of dirt with bones in it. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
You know, that's not me. I'm not, you know.
Right, because like how long is it going to be there? Like think in 1,000 years, like it's going to be, you know, some high-rise building or something over your grave because, you know, it's 1,000 years you've been buried there. It's probably not even a graveyard anymore. So, yeah, no.
Right, you hear all kinds of stories of like people breaking ground on new constructions and finding bones and shit.
Yep.
That kind of thing.
No, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn me and throw my ashes to the wind. I want to be free just like I am while I'm alive. My soul is free.
Right, exactly. I just float in the air with the like dust in the wind, man, just like the song, you know.
Yep.
Vana says our spirit may also be recycled here on Earth. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, like reincarnation, right?
I like reincarnation condensed milk because once you finish the can, then it's filled up again. What? How does that happen?
If reincarnation was real and you can be reincarnated as anything from human to animals to bugs to whatever, what would you reincarnate yourself as?
Dildo.
Yes. I was going to say a tampon. It's the same thing.
No, it's not. You can clean off a dildo.
You can clean off a tampon or get a new one. I'll just be a box of tampons, a bunch of them. How about that?
Shut up, bitch!
Damn it. The hell? You'll see that.
What the fuck?
That's my shut up bitch cat. You see a cat? Look at him, he's coming out.
Shut up, bitch!
Spandex pants. I'll come back as spandex pants. How about that?
I mean, tampon. But you're one and done with a tampon. That's it. Right? You go in. What kind of life is that? It's a tampon. You go in, you come out, you're soaked in blood, and then next thing you know, you're either in a can off to the dump. Or...
Sir, this is a Wendy's. I am doing a service.
Yeah, one time. I'm doing a service all the time as long as there's batteries. And I'd get exercise at the same time because I'd be vibrating all the time. Kelly says I would reincarnate myself as one of Jeff Bezos's ex-wife's children. That's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that we rich.
Cynical Girl says, we are God, one force, one good and bad, just like life. When we die, we just become part of that energy, and in life and in death, if we're lucky, we can manipulate that energy. Well, you like to think so. I'm a big believer in karma, too. I think karma. I don't do good things just for the karma, but it's a nice byproduct. You know, it's.
I like to agree with Cynic Girl. I kind of agree with that. Like, if we did have spirit and if there was an energy life force inside of us, I feel like if we were to die, it just kind of mixes in with the rest of the energy of the world, you know, because you got to even think, even trees blowing in the wind is a form of energy. You can pull energy out of that. So maybe it's just you go on with all of that and it all becomes one. And people breathe that, and maybe that's why they say, you know, everybody is one.
Yeah, she said, I mean, there's just good and bad people on Earth. I think their energies are charged a certain way. I think like people have the power to positively charge their energy or negatively charge their energy. Whatever works for them, right? Some people will use negative energy and accomplish things that only you can do with negative energy, right? Like maybe they want to be a master criminal or something that, you know, or somebody that just feels good about doing evil shit. You know, there's just some people who just can't, they get off on that shit, you know, and so they don't want to be changed. They don't want to be good people. I'm assuming some would, but you know, the truly evil ones are the ones who not only have negative energy, they keep themselves charged that way, you know.
Absolutely.
Ivana's right too. So we're all part of a collective energy which has and requires both yin and yang, right? It's like a battery. You can't, with a battery, you have a positive side and you have a negative side, and that's the way a battery is used to power things, right? It's just but you have to have a balance. You have to have a balance of good and evil, in this world. Hopefully you can contain the evil and control it to where, like some people will say killing a whole bunch of people is evil, right? When it actually something good could have come out of that. Now, I'm not saying what the act is good. I'm just saying there are good things that sometimes come out of that, right? Like,
well, even they say like mass murderers and serial killers most of the time, usually in their own head, do it in their own good intentions. They think they have good intentions.
Right, exactly.
So even the worst crimes that could be made out there possible is sometimes done with the best intentions by somebody who just doesn't understand.
Right, yeah, their brain is fucked up into thinking that what they're doing is a good thing when in fact it's not. It's a totally opposite thing. But then you also have you have people who are shipwreck survivors that are out on lifeboats and they don't have any food, and they decide to kill somebody in order to to sustain the life of everyone else, or maybe someone volunteers, but I would doubt anyone would say, okay, you can kill me and eat me, I guess. But because I would think in that situation, you're desperate. All of you would be desperate to survive, but somebody in that situation, in order for the rest of them to survive, somebody got to go, right? And is that an evil act? Because you're actually murdering someone and taking their life against their will in order to feed not only yourself, but everyone else. That's some hard questions to answer,
Right.
and what does that do to a person afterwards? Like, if they do survive, they make it back to civilization, and then they have to live with that the rest of their lives. How does that fuck them up?
Right. Exactly.
Deep shit. That's why I don't go on boats. I don't like.
Right.
I'm not going. Don't get me on no fucking cruise ship. I'm not going to get out on that lifeboat.
For real. For
I
real.
I want nothing to do with that. So.
Yep. Don't even want to put myself in that situation.
Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. That's just Well, then again, it's the whole water thing, right? You and I both can't stand open water, right?
Yep. Thalassophobia. That's right.
Yeah. Did you ever see that movie, Open Water? Like, there was like 2 or 3 of them, I think, but the original is
no.
It's
I saw that 75 meters down or whatever, the one where the girls got caught in the shark cage and we're down underwater. That was enough for me.
Yeah. Open water is a little more subtle in its horror. It's like so these people are diving, right? They rent a boat, and it's like them. It's like a party of divers, right? Just tourists or whatever, and they were part of a group, and they go out and they go diving, and the boat leaves, right? They think they've got everybody on board, and the boat leaves. Right. And so when they come back up, the couple comes back up, they're gone. They're out in the middle of the ocean.
That's a true story, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And
they've actually, I think they found like the legs or something, the leggings or the tank of somebody with their name, with one of the two with their name on it. And that's like one of the few items that they found. It's a real story. That's why I didn't watch the movie. I'm like, that's too real for me. If that's real, I don't want to see it.
Huh. But it's just like the things you go through. First off, okay, here you're assessing your situation. You're sitting there floating in the water, right? And you're looking around. There's no boat. There's no land anywhere in sight. What do you do? What do you do?
Right.
I mean, I'd piss myself, and then the fish would swim up my dick. That's going to happen. We brought it all the way back to the fish, the pee-pee fish.
Yeah, you did. That's
Yay me.
Yay!
But first I pissed myself, and then the fish would go swim up. That'd be the least of my worries, actually. I mean, shredded dick, okay, probably maybe could survive that. Probably not. Too much blood loss. Just think of grandma the whole time so you don't, get any blood rushing down there. But then you're with somebody too. So now you're feeding off their energy. They could be panicking. And now you're going to start panicking because they're panicking. You might be like cool as a cucumber at first, but then they're like, oh, fuck, there's nobody here. What the fuck? Let's go, fuck, let's go. And you're like, fuck, man. So, I don't know. That would just be like the cruelest way to die, I would think. To just be left, like that. Oh.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
I hope it never happens.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about scuba diving. Don't care. No. I like to watch it on TV. That's fine. You see the pretty fish and stuff like that. That's okay. Just don't give me any of the fucking water like that. No cruise ships. I want nothing to do like that. Yeah, exactly. She says, and cynical girl says, I would not want to be eaten by a shark. Exactly.
No, definitely
exactly. Because I mean, it ain't just like in Jaws where it's like chomp and then that's it. You're already eaten. It's like chomp, 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 chomp.
Yeah.
Woo.
No
anyway,
fun.
Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts.
Yeah.
We should probably end this pretty soon. We've been going almost 2 hours.
I know.
No, and this 2 hours you'll never get back. So
that's right. Fastest 2 hours of my life.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. There you go.
No, she said the fastest 2 minutes. That's what she said. So, sad face, duck lips, duck lips. I don't know. Life is there's so many mysteries to life.
It is.
It's just I end up thinking a lot about all kinds of stuff like, are we alone in the universe? That kind of thing. This
Absolutely.
is Kelly said, worst death, drowning in the ocean or buried alive.
Drowning. Ooh, wait.
The the most painful death I would think would be being buried alive. Because as you lose oxygen, I guess you pass out, but it's still rough on your body. It's a really slow death. Whereas drowning, you can drown pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
Just gulping and breathing enough water, and then you're pretty much gone in like maybe less than a minute, something like that. Yeah. I don't know. But it would be the most terrifying way for me to die would probably be buried alive. Drowning.
Yeah.
Well, drowning is scary, but it doesn't last as long as the buried alive. The buried alive, you're sitting there just like
waiting.
You're waiting to die, and it's just like that. I guess you can make peace with yourself. You can make peace with the world or something like that. I don't know. I'd be just like my hands would be raw hamburger from trying to claw my way out, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I would be just like,
terrifying. Yeah.
Circle Girl says, I just hate even having a drink go down the wrong way. Right? Used to say,
true.
My dad used to say, like if you went down the wrong pipe and you're sitting there, coughing, he goes, oh, I didn't know that drink had bones in it. Because they think like you're choking on a bone or something like that. So he's old school, man. They so.
Oh wow. Yep.
But what since we got a few minutes left,
sure.
What do you think? Do you think that there's extraterrestrial life in the universe? And if
Yeah.
so, uh, are they here? And if so, how?
Yes, they are real. Yes, they are here, and I'm pretty sure they're underwater.
Yeah. I saw this movie recently. It was fiction, but it made some good points. It was about this lady. It was a very. It was made during the lockdown, right? So it was like very minimalistic kind of movie. It's just basically her dialogue the whole time. But she's talking about working for this agency that deals with extraterrestrials, and they're out on a they get taken out on a boat, uh like some sort of research boat, near what is it, the Bering Straits up there near Russia and Alaska. And they're up
Mhm.
there, and this thing rises out of the water, and it looks like cable, it looks like train cars, kind of square, and rises up. And they've been trying to send messages down to us as we want to contact you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so so they send these messages down. They say, will you speak to us? Will you speak to us? Will you speak to us? And they keep, we want to contact you. We want to contact you. And finally, they get a message back that says no, no.
Mm.
And so I was thinking about it. It's like, okay, if there is life out there, intelligent life that's from somewhere else, why if why haven't they tried to communicate with us as a whole, right?
So the answer that I've learned from that, what's his name? The guy with the hands, the
My
English dude,
hands.
the English guy. What's his name?
Oh,
David Icke. So David Icke
the
says
guy with
that,
the hands,
yeah,
David Ike.
because
I know who you're talking about.
he has the hands. I don't know, they're shaped weird. Anyway, sorry. David Icke says that in like the galaxies, all the different galaxies, there's different levels that different galaxies and planets are on. So there's like level 0 to level like 3 or 5 or something like that. And so for other planets to be like kind of like how the UN works here, so like other planets to trade and work with other planets, they need to be at a level 0. And our planet here is, because we're like, we've got nuclear weapons and, gun ownership, and there's murders all the time and homicide and suicide and things like that, that we are actually a level 1 or level 2. So they won't come to us until we've reached a level 0.
Okay.
That's what David Icke says, at least.
Well, there was reports like the UFO boom began around the time we got the atom bomb. And yeah, I would it would be like kind of like you have a neighbor, right, that you don't, it's like a high fence, you don't really pay attention to the neighbor. um you're just kind of like, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
just keep to myself, everything's cool. And then all of a sudden you hear an explosion next door. You're going to go walk around that fence out onto the street, and you're going to go take a peek and go see what happened, right? And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's how it was here. We weren't doing anything interesting, so we couldn't fuck up things.
Yep.
We could fuck each other up pretty good, but we couldn't really fuck up the planet that well. And then all of a
Right.
sudden we
Nukes.
have the nukes that, like, you get like maybe like 10 or 12 of those, and you could just fuck up the whole planet. So,
Right.
and we tend to think that this planet is ours. I don't think it is ours. I don't even think we're from this planet. I think we're the aliens that were somehow came here either through like transpermia or whatever throughout the cosmos. Maybe our genetic materials rode in on a meteor or something like that and mixed with the chemicals that are here on the planet. And you know, because it's like a lot of us have back problems. It's like the gravity doesn't really treat us well, while other animals, like the animals, seem to do just fine. But we are always having a lot of health problems and stuff like that because of like joint pains and back problems and stuff like that. You know, I think we were, and if we were from here, we were back in the day, like somebody did some genetic alterations on like hominids or something like that and turned them into Homo sapiens, and that's why we're like we are, but at a cost, you know. So I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think that because there has to be something, because there was that jump in human evolution, and our brain size comparative to our head is so much different than any other planet or any other animal on the planet. So there had to have been something that gave us an immense amount of shift. I do think that maybe our bodies themselves at the beginning was just like other animals, but I believe that aliens have come down and kind of like helped us out a little bit, like maybe DNA injections and things like that, you know, whatever science experiments they do on us to kind of evolve us quicker for their own benefit.
Yeah, like you know, the missing link there, how we jumped in evolution so quick from being cave dwellers to raising crops and stuff like that. You know, it was not that long a time, and there had to be like somebody tinkering in the mix, I think. So yeah, no, it's been a good 2 hours.
Yeah.
What do you what do you have planned for it's Memorial Day weekend, by the way, so happy Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
If you're memorializing something. Kelly here with the recap. Okay, urethra fish, porn stars, tarot, puppers, death fears, afterlife, and aliens. The only thing we didn't cover tonight was chickens. No, you missed the chickens. We had chickens right off the top. Wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah, there's chickens. See? Well, I think this is stock footage chickens.
Covered everything I love.
I know what you like. You know, I like that stuff too. I'm always fascinated by that kind of shit.
Me too.
You know, I like talking about it in the middle of the night too. It's kind of the best time to do that. So
yeah.
All the normies are asleep and us weirdos are up. So
That's right.
So you got any big plans for the weekend, or are you just gonna take it easy? Or
I'm doing a yard sale. The whole area does a big yard sale the whole weekend, so I'm gonna make some money.
You're selling your yard? What are you gonna do if somebody buys it? What are you just gonna have dirt?
You're so
you
ridiculous.
mean I am. I'm I put the in ridiculous. Yeah, I was gonna say the dick in ridiculous, but that would have been too presumptuous. A little too presumptuous.
That would have been so much better.
What are you selling? Maybe somebody in the chat or maybe even me would like to make a purchase. What do you got? What's your top items?
Nothing good. It's probably I'm making all the kids go through their drawers to pull out clothes that they don't want anymore, things like that.
Okay. No, like ping pong tables. No weird like artifacts that you got from South America.
No.
Science wants to know if you're selling your Ouija board.
You know what? I was thinking about doing that because I don't want my kids to get a hold of it. So I was thinking about it. Yeah.
Oh,
but I can't get rid of it. follows me everywhere. So
you just want to pass on misfortune to other people. No, I understand that. Me too.
well,
I better
I'm
them
tired
than
of that thing
us.
following me around.
Better them than us, suckers. And you get some do-re-mi out of it. That's true.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so well, good luck with that. I hope you sell a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna be around here, staying out of trouble. It's gonna get hot next week again, and I'm not looking forward to that. It was so nice. It was like last weekend, it was like blazing hot, and then the rest of the week was fine, and then now it's the weekend again, and it's just gonna be boiling in my shorts, thinking cool thoughts. So
Yeah.
exactly. just so we can remind people, so
Talk about you first. Let me go run to the bathroom really quick.
But I
Shut up, bitch!
all right, fine. So anyway, for those who don't know, Jimmy and I, we do the news together on Kerberos Media on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. Apparently, I have a larger, more intact bladder than she does, so yay me in that regards. As far as Extra Bulla is concerned, I hope next week we'll be back on again. I took a couple of weeks off because, like I said, I had some issues here at the house. Still kind of going through those issues. And like I said, needed a little mental health break from got off of Twitter for a little bit. That sort of thing. And I recommend everybody doing that as well. Getting off social media at least for a couple of days to cleanse the palate. Kind of make yourself feel a little better. Do something with loved ones. Just forget about the world for a few minutes. Try not to piss yourself. That kind of thing. Yeah, was it close?
So close. So close.
No, don't do look, you don't do that to yourself. Next time say, look, hang on a second. I gotta go make. And then I'll know what you mean. And then you know, we'll just we'll put up Stoner Cat for 30 or 45 seconds. You know, that sort of thing. The kids like that, like that kind of thing. Yes, Kelly, my mental health vacay worked pretty well. I'm still probably not right in the head, but that's an ongoing thing. So I was telling the kids we do news together on Wednesdays, 1 p.m. Eastern on Kerberos Media. So check us out for that. Why don't you say what else you got for Kerberos? You got MMT Tuesdays.
Yeah, we do MMT Tuesdays where we teach modern monetary theory, all different kinds of things, Rocco Million to Stephen Hale, doing Modern Money Donuts. We've got Joe Firestone that does his show, MM Tweets, which are like modern monetary theory tweets that I've taken and turned them into cute little videos and stuff like that. So it's my new favorite day. I love it. It's so much fun. All day Tuesday, starting in the afternoon till nighttime. It's fun.
Kelly says, a solemn Memorial Day to you all. Thank you both for tonight. Well, thank you. Without y'all in the chat, we'd just be talking to ourselves, and we've been pretty much doing that all day today. We were playing No Man's Sky. I got her hooked on that. Yeah. That's a great, fun game. You could do a lot of building in it, and there's a lot of creatures and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a game that keeps on giving. I like games like that where it's just like you never get to do all the stuff that you want to do, but you try to as well. So
yeah, and you think you do so much, and then you're like looking at your thing, you're like, wow, I've barely even done anything, and I've been on for 9 hours.
Yeah, you just barely. There's just so much to do in that game. You could just get lost in it. It's just like 18 quintillion planets that you could visit.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let me shout out the chat one last time. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Cynical Girl and Science and Misha, Kelly, my future ex-wife Ivana. Thank you so much. We had what else we had in here earlier? I know Atris was here, Miguel was here, Reef was here earlier, Brandy, good to see you, Dolores, Ivana, I think I said Ivana already, maybe not. Cover those bases. Velvet Trance, thank you, dear. Appreciate you coming out. Think that may be everybody. I'm not quite sure. If I missed anybody, I apologize profusely. I have brain cheese, and it's also 2:07 in the morning here, so it's all. Oh, Ed Heller, he came by too. Steve Wolfbrandt, early on there, appreciate you. I think that's everybody. Yeah, I think we got everybody. So yeah, so next week on Thursday, I'm hoping to have Jay Buffont back on the show, the return. JB, maybe Misty that night too. I'm not quite sure. We'll see. And then we'll do this secret show whenever the hell I feel like it.
That's right.
I'm thinking maybe Friday nights might be a good spot for this right after Reefer After Dark. And be sure to check his show out too. He's got his channel on YouTube. He's also part of the INN crew. And Jimmy's kind of been helping us out too. Just kind of on loan, as it were. So, we try to help out Kerberos when we can. She tries to help us out. That sort of thing. It's all about, like I always say on this show and all the shows I'm on, we got to help each other. And spread the word, do good works, spread information, inform people, make them laugh too. People need humor. People need weed. Oh, you want to show people the weed you got? Oh, that's her bat bong. That's the bat bong, right?
Yes, my comic book Batman bong.
Nice.
And what's cool, look, it's one of those like.
Tracy Lords. Oh, flashbacks. Sorry. Yeah, maybe Reef will have you on the show sometime on his show, and y'all can talk stoner stuff too. Cause
yeah,
we'll see that weed that you got, the scary weed.
Oh, the scary weed. It's called Yoda 5G.
Yoda 5G. So if Yoda had a brand new cell phone, that would be the thing. So
that's right.
Well, enjoy yourself this weekend. I'm gonna enjoy myself while I try to stay cool. And everybody stay cool this weekend. Have a fun time. Be safe. Because as Mom always used to say, I don't worry about you so much. There's all the nuts out there. So watch out for the nuts. And you could say that in porn too.
That's right.
Jeff. Right in the eyes. Anyway, have a great night, everybody. Love all y'all. Be good. We'll see you next time. Wash your ass. Keep it clean. You never know when somebody wants a taste of that, especially your puppers, because
that's right.
Get the doggy shitty breath.
That's right.
Thanks, Jimmy. Have a good night, y'all.
Thank you.